Okay, so you get some flat stock because I couldn't find a inexpensive 2-inch piece of angle iron. But I had this aluminum stock laying around, so I cut it to shape and I stuck it on the vise and I bent it and I made sure it was 90 degrees. And then I finish off the top and the bottom, make sure they're nice and square. And then you drill a little hole and you file down the opening, and then you're able to have a holder for your throttle cable. And you manufacture and you fabricate your own parts, and that's part of what we do here in converting electric vehicles. And throw a little, push that down. You take a little 120, 220 sandpaper, and you put a little epoxy paint on it, and you have a tremendous little piece. Now this one is going to be the spring return, and I haven't quite determined how I'm going to probably maybe just a little threaded screw right in the middle there to hold the spring, and it'll just be as a secondary spring in case that one breaks, just to hold it back. Actually, it goes on this side. So you'll have the spring there, and put you down for a minute. Sorry about that. And then you have this other one is going to be mounted on this side, like that. And that's it. You have what you need. You make it yourself with tools, with a little bit of hand tools. So I put the battery box back into the car just to test fit it with the controller and the control box on there. And the wiring for the shunt had to be taken off because that was, I have to make a shorter lead for the shunt to the fuse. And man, that fits. That's great. So we still have to find a place for the controller for the Masterflex AC compressor and a place for the compressor. So I've got my eye right under, I'm not sure if it's going to be big enough, right underneath that controller. That's not going to be enough room, but we'll find a spot. There'll always be a spot. I have this whole opening here, so there's plenty of room here, but that's a nice contained unit right there. That really looks like it worked out pretty nice, because I've got that Curtis with the heat sink, and that's going to be right in the radiator, right in the air from the movement of the car. So that'll really keep that controller nice and cool, I hope. And the disconnect comes up underneath between the motor, and that fits pretty, that's great. And then coming around this way, looks like we might have some interference here with the, well, no, we'll keep it low. We still have the hot box to put on. So, coming along. Now the movement's going to start. We'll tie up all the loose ends. I put a fire extinguisher to have in the garage. I might mount that in the car. I don't know, more for looks than anything else. Don't expect to have any fires, but good to have a fire extinguisher on hand, just in case, because I'm creating a royal mess in this garage. Okay, YouTubers, I'll be back.